can't help but keep admiring my new wall.
It is purdy.
It's really nice, that.
It's a purdy wall.
It's a purdy, got a purdy mouth. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Week 3 of July. It means we're well over halfway through the year now. We've got more days, we've got less days to Christmas than we've had since Christmas. Now.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
Yeah. Mental, isn't it? Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all of the magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit the like button if you enjoy our content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And hit the bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live and drop a new video. Alternatively, if you want to be notified when we go live and drop a new video, you can become a channel member, !member in the chat if you want to get yourself a green name and you haven't already. And if you are a Skald tier member or above, then this afternoon at 16:30, we launched the saga with Kirioth, which is exclusive to members only for the first 5 days. If you want to be one of the first people to watch that interview, you need to be a Skald tier member or above. In addition, you also get a 5% discount code on the merchandise store. You get a green name, you get a little Viking logo, and your penis is bigger than everybody else on YouTube who hasn't got one of those. Them's are facts, right? Alternatively, you can become other tiers of memberships. Jarls get you access to a monthly giveaway. Her Skulls get some behind the scenes content when I remember, and a bigger discount on merchandise. They do get something else as a passive benefit. And the Thanes get our wonderful Only Thanes WhatsApp chat, which is very busy. Much busy, big wow. How are your weekends, team?
What have you put in the second, you know, like it looks like a soap dish? The first one has your glue in. Yeah, what's
it's
in
a tape
there?
measure.
Oh.
It's my tape measure.
That's your tape measure soap dish.
Because when I buy clothes on the interwebs, they're all different sizes. You have to measure shit.
Yeah.
And then it goes, waist this big, and you're like, my waist isn't that big, and then you measure it, and then you sob. Whenever
I buy new stuff for the boys, I never, ever, ever buy the age group they're in. They're tall anyway, but it's I don't know any kid that actually fits the age group they're in. So now I just measure them. Yeah.
That's because I have a new wall, by the way, which you can't see. I'll take a photo and I'll put it on. Maybe I'll put it on for her scars as behind the scenes content. But Joe found a thing. This is all Joe's work. Joe found a thing in IKEA called a Skadis. SKA, little O on top. DIS, Skadis, right?
Are you saying that right then? If there's a little thing on the top,
I'm almost definitely not saying it right now. Skadis, I know. Which is essentially just a thing with lots of little slits in it, which in and of itself is cool. And IKEA sell loads of little baskets and things that you can hang on to this frame that sits on the wall, right? Which is cool. And I've got some of those baskets, which are super useful. I've got my whiteboard pens, my paintbrushes, etc. Right? Really, really nice. But what he also found was a person on Etsy who 3D prints, I think, all these little paint butt holders that are specifically made for Games Workshop and Vallejo paints.
I thought you said paint butt holders.
So I bought a load of those, and it is smart as shit now. All of my paints are off my desk and up on the wall.
Do you feel like a bird that it's your nest and you need to put things in your nest, like no empty?
It just makes me happy.
No
tidy
empty
hobby
things.
space makes me happy.
Yeah.
But I'm very bad when I start working on something. Tidy hobby space becomes unclean hobby space very, very quickly. And once every perhaps 2 months, I have to have a tidy and an organised.
Do you find that a really messy hobby space actually gets you a little bit down? Almost like it's too chaotic.
Yeah, it has to. I think it has to get pretty extreme for me for that to be the case. But yes, there was a point today before I knew I was going to put that up. It turned up last Wednesday, I think it was. It turned up. I knew I was probably going to have to put it up today. And there was a point where I'd pulled everything out on my desk. You couldn't see the desk because of stuff, and I was like, I need to tidy it now. But that was because that was partly because I pulled it all out to get this up on the wall as well.
So when you cleaned your room as a kid, did you ever pull everything out into the middle of your room, and then you'd find your Beano comics, and that's it? The day's cancelled. We're now reading comics.
Oh no, my day was never cancelled. My day was like, I'm pulling everything out and I'm going to clean it.
I used to pull everything out and then go, oh, that's where it is, and that's it. I'm not cleaning the room anymore.
It is a sexy wall now with all my paints on it, and you can buy different sizes, so I can buy a couple more and expect. I love it. I'm super excited. I'm very happy with it. It's somewhat satisfying having that on the wall, and it looks It looks good too, doesn't it? It looks neat.
I want to rummage through your soap dish-like trinket spaces.
No.
Because I can't quite, because the design on it is like netting. I
That
can't
one-
make out what it
That one
is.
has dry wiped markers and 2 pots of super glue. That one has the remote for this monitor and the remote for Apple TV.
Oh, that's what it is.
And then my service medals.
Yeah.
That one has a tape measure in, and that one has a pot of glue, a pot of sprue goo, and a safety pin.
A safety pin.
Yep. Have to be safe. Have to be safe. Right, that's what that there is. That one's full of letters and paperwork, and then another pot full of extra scalpels and stuff. And then that top right hand one is just paintbrushes, scalpels, drills, and pens.
Do you have a system for your paperwork?
Yeah, it goes in there.
Is that paperwork that you've read or paperwork that needs to be read?
It's been opened and read. It needs keeping for now for account purposes.
Oh.
In there.
Okay, so that's the accountant's
In no
soap dish pot.
In no particular order. In there.
Okay.
Anyway, you lot are kicking off already. Thank you so much, you wonderful people. Thank you so much, John McCardle. I'm glad you landed safe in the land of America land. Thank you so much for 20 gifted, you beautiful human being. You're a hero. Lucy is saluting, and if you could hear the hand slapping on the forehead.
Ready? You ready? Can you hear it?
And then big shout out, Corey Ed, who gifted 10 as well. How you doing, Mr. Ed? I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're okay. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, you legend. Pridders has upgraded to Skull tier because clearly he wants some of that Kirioth interview action.
Are you going to put... You know you do your newsletter?
I know I have done one newsletter once, yes.
So on your next newsletter, can we have a section that says Joe Finds and then...
I mean, we can, on the next newsletter, we are going to have a section for Joe Finds and we'll include all the links for this fancy wall, but it can't be a regular section.
Well, what about Joe Finds the Lidl outfit?
Because Joe finds something maybe once every 2 years that's useful, so it's not going to be a regular segment. Midlife Wargaming, I found my way home, used to watch back in the Garage Hammer days. Ah, you legend. Welcome, thank you. Chris Frozen, Evening Dempsey said, hello, dude, how are you going? You've just subscribed as well, you hero. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks again, Luce, says John. What for? What are you thanking Luce for? I fucking welcomed you all week. No, hang on.
For the intelligent conversation we had.
I hosted him all week. I took him out for dinner. I cooked him a steak that he ate half of on the Wednesday. I don't know what he's thanking you for.
For the intelligent conversation.
Like I said, I don't know what he's thanking you for.
For the appetizer of conversation before
chat,
the food.
I remember 2 to 3 weeks ago saying to you wonderful people that my hobby mojo was in the fucking toilet. Absolutely in the toilet. And it was, genuinely. I didn't want to do it. I was kind of forcing myself to do things here and there. My hobby mojo, after the last week or so, has now absolutely fucking erupted. And that's part of the reason why I had to have a organisation day today, because I ended up with shit everywhere, right? Literally stuff everywhere. And I was like, I need to organise my life because this is crazy, okay? And I had to... So I've boxed a load of Stormcast stuff because I don't really want to paint Stormcast despite the fact that I love Stormcast. I've boxed a load of Stormcast stuff ready for Joe because he's doing all of the base colours and initial washes on the Stormcast so I can play with them for you people. And then I'll probably go in later and add highlights and glazing and all that kind of stuff in the future. Because I said to him, he said to me, what do you want to work on? I was like, what I want to work on is Cruel Boys and Sylvaneth for AoS. And that was what I was happy to do. And then Thursday, that twat John turned up and decided to play Heresy. And on Friday, I think it was, maybe Monday, I can't remember, I built my first ever proper Heresy model. Not just a Mark 6 Space Marine, but my first ever actual Heresy model. I bought built Fafnir from the Imperial Fists, who's now on a painting handle. Your fault, John, you bastard. So now it's Cruel Boys, Sylvaneth, and Imperial Fists. I also have a bunch of... The only army you might not see for a little while, which is going to upset Elekman if he's in the chat. The only army you might not see for a little while is Lumineth Realm Lords, because they're literally my favourite AoS faction, I think. And I don't want to let Joe paint them, because I really want to do them, but they're very complicated, because there are lots of whites and blues and stuff. So I need to get my eye in and practice for a bit before. But I have the bug again now. I have the bug to do some hobby, which is really, really good. So in a minute, we're going to switch to top down and we're going to build some Gossamer archers because I want to start expanding the Sylvaneth. We can paint them as per the battle tome. And if we paint them as per the battle tome, they're the same as the army that we have that was lent to us by Mr. the Chris Galloway, who's an absolute fucking hero, who is in the process of shipping us 3,000 points of Horus Heresy Imperial Fists. You'll get some more Horus Heresy in the near future. But we have some Gossamer archers because the stuff that we do have for the Sylvaneth is quite restricted. So I need to add some more variety. I've been told these are cool. I've opened the plastic, looked at the sprue. I haven't built these yet. This will be the first time I've built this. We'll be doing this on stream in just a moment. So Galahad the Grail Hunter, thank you for the gifted. You ninja shot in the head, Chris. Significantly more accurate than that guy in America. Instant snipe, got him. And Alleyway Jack, welcome to Jarl tier as a member.
Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this? Absolute fucking legends. Let the Horus Heresy dig deep and take you in. I mean, I'm there. The problem with it, Gasty, is mostly the audience, right? I'm painting Soul Blights and must have watched your bat rep about 10 times by now. Oh, I didn't think it was like. I mean, we missed a bunch of stuff. We didn't miss loads and loads of like super important shit, but we did miss a bunch of stuff. I definitely didn't play the Awakened Wildwoods properly because I forgot they attack people. But you know, hey ho. Anywho, feel free to get gift in chat. We have the target of 100 people to hit, as always, for every single stream. I'm going to add on my light that makes it look like the aliens are coming in. And you can obviously super chat. You can obviously super chat so that Amy will read it out for you. Are you hobbying? Are you just reading chat tonight?
No, I'm not going to hobby. I'm going to hobby on Wednesday, although my Wednesdays are now getting too busy, so I need to request an extra day off from the boss. And the boss has given me Monday afternoons, which don't work, so I need to request a different second day off.
There is no different second day off.
So we need to make an 8th day of the week then.
I think everyone needs an 8th day of the week, Luce. And everyone would like that as a day off.
Desperate need for it.
Yeah. Brandon Lagasse. Thank you so much for 5 gifted membership, Brandon. You fucking hero. We have, by the way, chat, got more AoS tomorrow. I might end up playing Sylvaneth for quite a while once I get used to it, because we don't have a lot of options. But Joe... Sounds awful for me to say. Joe's working on it, right? So we'll get there. Okay, so we have some Gossamer... Oh, glow. We have some Gossamer archers for you wonderful people to try and put together tonight. If you're new here, if you haven't watched this before... Oh, hang on.
Finally got to play my first game of the old world on the weekend. God, I loved it. I was 15 again. But now HH is calling in my blood and my wallet protests. Congrats on getting the hobby back. Me too.
So Galahad, thank you so much for the 10. Horus Heresy, there was so many little flutters I had on Thursday because I had the 7th edition nostalgia. I'm aware a lot of people that have come in from 8th edition probably consider it to be overly complicated or a bit nonsensical in places. Armor values, what's this nonsense, etc. But actually, the nostalgia from 7th edition, I started properly playing probably in 4th edition. The nostalgia from 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th was unbelievable. And Heresy could become a close second favourite to currently new AoS. I still like and enjoy 40k. I'm still a big fan of 40k. I don't hate 40k, but in terms of how good the game is, I don't think it matches up to these other two systems right now. But yeah, you can do things like what Galahad just did to get my attention, but Lucy will be watching chat anyway. We'll keep talking to you. This basically, the reason why this streaming started was because I wasn't doing any hobbying. And so I put the stream in place as you must do some hobbying. And it gives me some dedicated time every week to actually do some hobbying. So
I'm just going to go and pour my tea.
Okay. What's the average range for archers in AoS? I would suggest probably between 12 and 18 inches. Interestingly, what we have right here is these, okay? So for the Gossamer archers specifically, let's have a look, shall we? Because I'm lucky enough that GW's already sent me all this stuff that you lot can't get your hands on yet. So here is the Spearhead War Scroll for the Kurnoth Hunters. Their range is 18. Somewhere in here we'll also have the Gossamer archers. Boop, 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 boop. They're still 18 inches on big AoS, of course they would be. Don't know about those. Gossamer archers are also a cheeky little 12-inch. They're a 12-inch range. So Gossamer's a 12, and then Kurnoth Hunters are 18. There you go. Beautiful. Right. Fancy cards. Okay, so instruction manual, plastic. I need to get some bits out of my new fancy organizer, and then we can get going. We have some Contacta Professional from Revel because no one uses GW shit because it's shit. We also have some Tamiathin because it's fucking goated. I need to get my scalpel and my snips. Hang on. I have them. Now I know where everything is. Everything has a home. Let's get to it. Eastleigh is no better. They're better than what? What on earth is up with the weather in Southampton today? Just got back from Sainsbury's, almost drowned. It's summer. It's English summer, mate, isn't it? And then this fucking lunatic over here. Oh, I love this weather.
I do.
Get out.
I do.
Leave.
I love the weather. Good bit of weather.
Choose your variant. Champion or Archer's Diaphanous. I think champion is probably the right one, isn't it?
Oh, that's a good tea.
1B. We'll go champion. We're going to build the champion, chat. Are the war squads going to be like the ones from 40k and useless in a month? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. If you don't know, they have launched the brand new Age of Sigmar app today. It's difficult to find. If you search Age of Sigmar on the App Store, for Apple at least, the first 2 hits you get are both of the old apps that they have not yet removed from the App Store. They both say old on them. Super genius. Well done, Games Workshop. And I couldn't find. I had to get a person to send me a link to the. Oh, hang on. Sorry, bang the desk. I had to get someone to send me a link to the App Store for the specific app. They literally had to go into Games Workshop's app section and find it manually, which is a bit naff to say the least. But it's there. It's a new app. If you open it and you've played 10th edition 40k, you'll be, oh, this is familiar. Because it's basically exactly the fucking same. Apart from it's got less features than the 10th edition one. Apart from it does include legends, which is slightly better. But yeah, I wasn't impressed that they don't have Battle Bunker in there. That's annoyed me slightly, but. By the way, chat, the Sylvaneth range is fucking gorgeous. Makes me very happy. So Joe and I will be giving some more AoS a go tomorrow. Much fun will be had. Brom is decking, so he's going to start learning new AoS. I think Brom and Joe are playing on Thursday, and I'm decking.
So I'll see you around midnight then?
Yeah. There's a reason why my gym program for my PT, I was like, he was like, how many sessions do you want to do a week? I said 4. He said, okay, what days? I was like, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and a weekend day, Saturday or Sunday. He was like, okay, specific. I was like, well, I can't do Wednesdays. That's Lucy's day off, so I can't go out of the house.
Yeah. I'm
home for the kids. I was like, I wouldn't want to do Wednesday anyway because it's after a Tuesday night, which is a stream night where Brom might be playing.
Oh, yeah.
And he laughed. I said, so I don't want to do Friday. So after a stream night, where Brom might be playing. I was like, oh, right, yep, hear you loud and clear. Stu Will, thank you for the 5 gifted. Fucking hero. We are on 41 of the finest new people. You can't see it because I wrote all over the actual membership target on the tracker. We're on 41 of the finest people. We are just 9 away from halfway. There's a link on Warhammer Community to the AoS app. There you go. Much easier. I was busy today, so... I think it came through when I was in the gym, but I can't remember. So I wasn't in my computer. It's a nice app. I don't fully know why they needed to get rid of the old one. The old one was a very good app. But they have. I like that it's very familiar to the 10th edition app. I like the consistency, but the old app for AoS was probably slightly nicer. But if they continue to develop the AoS one like they have the 40k one, then we're gonna probably end up having a very nice app. If they add Battle Bunker in, which they've got in 10th edition, if you don't know what Battle Bunker is because you haven't played Warhammer 10th edition before, what happens in the 10th edition app is you build your list in the list builder section, and there's a little button at the top that says Battle Bunker. So you go into all your individual units and you select your war gear and you select your enhancements and all that kind of stuff. And then when you click on Battle Bunker, it filters out all the stuff when you normally look at a data sheet that you don't need. So if you were to pick a heavy bolter over a las cannon, for sake of argument, it wouldn't show you the las cannon, it does show you the heavy bolter. It also then shows you all the stratagems in order in which they can be used based on phase that you have access to. And it shows you what your faction rule does, what your army rule does, and it shows you what your detachment rule is, which is quite good. And then if you go onto the individual data cards, you can then look at the individual units like abilities and stuff, which is really, really good. So Battle Bunker is one of the best things they put in the app for a very long time, and actually an improvement that was not necessarily asked for, but definitely improved the user experience. And so I kind of want them to do that with AoS, and I figured they'd have that down on release because they've done it with 40k, but they haven't. But I can only imagine, considering the positivity that's around Battle Bunker, we'll see something similar in the AoS app in the near future. For reference, by the way, I'm in significant danger of AoS becoming literally my most favourite game. I'm in danger. Alariel is a lot of points though. Oh, and Lady of Vines is also a good option. Alariel is a huge amount of points, but then she's an absolute monster. And if she pops off, if things go well with Alariel, she can literally turn the tide of the game. And I think if a model can do that, it should be a lot of points.
Luce, could you tell the difference between your husband and Kirioth, okay? I struggled during today's saga. The only difference is the tattoos.
That's not true.
I thought Kirioth wears glasses.
To start with, he does. I don't think he didn't. He doesn't on the saga. I think he did in the evening, but he didn't in the saga. He also has a different colour hair. Like, his hair's like bright green. Colin. What triple are these? These are Gossamer Archers, Mr. the Dandy. Gossamer Archers. I don't know if they're any good. I don't care. They looked fucking cool, so I bought them. At the moment with AoS, and I'm sure the more Joe and I play this, it will change. But at the moment with AoS, I'm in a really happy hobby space. And part of the reason why I'm in a really happy hobby space is I don't really have any idea as to what anything does. And so because I don't have any idea as to what anything does, at the moment I'm literally buying stuff based on rule of cool. The only caveat to that is I do have a little glance at the regiments to make sure I have the required characters, heroes, to be able to run the non-hero units. That's literally it. So rule of cool wins. Gossamer Archers looked cool, bought 2 boxes. Simple as that. Nothing complicated, nothing gamey, nothing broken, no combination looked into. Gossamer Archers look cool, buy 2 boxes.
Amy says, I played my first Spearhead game yesterday, had so much fun, currently building the Soul Blight Spearhead and already thinking of others to try too.
Amy, I think Spearhead is fucking incredible. I was talking to Adrian from Titans. They don't dig it, they don't really like Spearhead, because as you know, we get our scoreboard software from them. So I asked them to include a Spearhead based option, which is in there, which we're going to get working on, because Joe and I would like to do some pre-recorded Spearhead content, because Joe and I think Spearhead is a fucking incredible standalone game. Titans aren't getting it, they don't think it will be. I hope we're right, they're wrong. And I don't say that very often, I love the guys up there. But I think it's great, and I really like the fact that I'm hearing a lot of people that are playing Spearhead and saying, that's a fun little game. Big fan. Actually, it kind of helps me a little bit. You're not hobbying.
Yeah.
Although I'd be more than okay with you hobbying, obviously.
I think I just my hobby. I need the machine.
The focus on this is playing around. You need the machine, the sewing machine.
Yeah. And then with the machine, all the bits and bobs, and it won't fit on my desk, so I'll do it upstairs. Although I'm getting my machine out for the boys. We're doing a quick sewing topic. So be on standby for the phone call that says, yep, it's happened. The bobbin needle got Ben's finger, so we need to go to A&E.
One of them sewed their hand to a cushion.
So can you come over here, please?
Just building and painting my hounds of Morkai while watching. I had the day off, the sun is shining in Belfast and things are good. Oh, and hi Luce, smiley face.
So the sun's shining in Belfast and it's pissing it down here.
Stole our sunshine.
It's a conspiracy theory if ever I've heard one.
Midlife Wargaming says, can I attempt to pull you back to the 40k, Liam?
You could attempt. It's probably not going to work very easy.
Oh, really?
I mean, we're literally playing 40k on Thursday. There's a bunch of 40k models in a drawer behind me, which are one of the only things that are holding me right now, because it's the most recently updated Dark Angel stuff. Inner Circle Knights, Deathwing Knights, the Lion, Azrael, New Belial, etc. But it's the only real thing. Like, to be clear, we are going to continue playing 40k, and the majority, if not all, of the Thursdays on the channel are going to be 40k Thursdays. It's just, that's not going to change, right? So we're going to continue playing plenty of 40k on channel. If there's a new release for a codex that we can cover, so for example, we can cover Eldar, because we have plenty of Eldar. Eldar comes out, we'll be playing 40k on the Tuesday and the Thursday because we're showcasing a new release, right? So we'll still be playing plenty of 40k. I still like 40k. I just don't like it as much as Age of Sigmar right now. And if you said to me at this very moment in time, you have to make a choice, you can play one or the other, I'm picking AoS. But that obviously, things like that seesaw and flip-flops, it might be like in 12 months time, that flips back the other way because 40k does a big update which makes it amazing, and AoS has got a bit stale, or they've done something a bit silly with the rules, or I don't know, who knows. GW, the problem with GW is they're a bit of an enigma. And you could be like, oh, they're onto a really good thing here, things are going really well, and then they can do something and you can think, what the fuck were they thinking? and they're all patting each other on the back going, yeah, we did a great job here. Like, did you? We're the only ones that think so. Sexy tree ladies with bows.
Did you say you're painting these?
Yes. Why?
Just asking.
Snarky follow-up comment there.
I can't paint a thing. Why would I have a snarky comment?
Joe was making snarky comments earlier.
Was he?
And the Thanes were like, oh, burn. I was like, oh, he's all big in front of you lot, but you wait till he's in the studio tomorrow begging me to buy him new models. We're still 9 away from halfway, chat.
Hi, Dave B.
Mr. Dave, how are you doing? How's it going, sir?
Me and Carl were talking about things on toast earlier. Very, very briefly. But then I said a fried egg sandwich, and Carl's never had it. No, egg toasty. Carl's never had an egg toasty.
I've got to say, there's no way he's ever had a fried egg sandwich being in the army.
He called it a banjo.
Yeah. Yep.
An egg banjo.
Egg banjo, yeah.
Where's that from? I don't know what region of the UK calls a sandwich a banjo, or is that just an army thing?
I don't know. I think more than just army people have heard it called a banjo.
No, I've never heard it called a banjo. So is that a sausage banjo? Or is it just egg?
I've also heard it called a sanger.
A what?
A sanger.
Sanger?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it called that as well. Look, you can't give her that weird face about strange names for food when you're the person who calls a bread roll a batch.
It is a batch.
It's not a batch. A batch is more than one.
Maybe you have more than one.
No, a batch is more than one. A bread roll is the singular. A batch is more than one.
Ah, there you go. Carl says army's the only place he's heard it.
Fucking batch.
I'm considering dipping my toe into AoS.
Good.
After doing 2 armies of 40k. Any tips on how to go about picking your first, considering I've no idea how the game even plays yet? And that's from Joel.
So I started picking factions with no idea how the game even played yet. There's a couple of things you can do. The first thing you can do is literally, and I would strongly advise anyone does this anyway, literally go to the Games Workshop website, open AoS and go through every single faction and see which aesthetic sings to you the most. Now, remembering that Games Workshop are typically fucking dreadful at taking photos of their own miniatures. Right? So although I'm saying see what faction stings you the most, be mindful of the fact they're terrible at taking photographs. Once you've done that, I'd consider going into your local gaming store or Games Workshop and picking them up and have a look. You might see someone on display or whatever. Then I would start digging into the narrative. Once you've found a faction that sings to you model-wise, you think, oh, I quite like these. Before you go buying anything, I'd go and check out the narrative. We're in a place right now with the launch of 4th edition Age of Sigmar that you might be able to pick up old battle tomes really, really cheap because people might be selling them for nothing on eBay. Get rid of them for a tenner because they're not relevant anymore. The thing is, a battle tome's incredible. A battle tome typically has 4 to 6 pages of painting guides, as well as tons of narrative and lore in it. And so although the rules for the faction might not be relevant anymore, if you're only paying a tenner, but you're getting a painting guide and you're getting loads of narrative and background, I would suggest that's probably still good value. 10, by the way, I mean pounds, not what the equivalent is in freedom units. At which point, if you like the narrative, say you look to the models, say you look at the Idneth Deepkin and you think the models are super cool, and you read a little bit of the narrative, you're like, I love the fact they come ashore from the deep sea to harvest souls. That sounds fucking cool as shit. At that point, I think you've probably found your faction. The bonus with 4th edition Age of Sigmar is you can just buy a Spearhead.
Navy uses banjo only for Exani though.
Only for Exani, interesting. Thank you, Goblin Horde, for the two. So yeah, I would do that. You know, and the thing is, you can buy a Spearhead box, which is from a friendly local gaming store, 70 to 80 quid, I think, normally, depending on discount. And that is enough to play a game of Spearhead now, which is enough to give you a taster as to whether you like new AoS or not. And if you don't like new AoS and you've built it and you've not even painted it, nowadays, because Spearhead's a thing, you're probably going to make some money reselling that. That's my best advice.
Alf the Big-Headed says, I was told it's a banjo because of using a runny egg, then when you eat it, the yolk spills on your shirt and the action of wiping it off is like you're playing a banjo. And Stu said the same thing. That's why it's called an egg banjo, but only for egg.
Okay. I didn't know.
Nope. I've worked in a cafe and everything. Never heard of it called a banjo.
We're not talking the job you had in Suffolk, are we, as working in a cafe?
Hey?
The job you had in Suffolk?
No, in Cov. I worked in a
good.
cafe for
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
ages. I love that little cafe. My boss was like 4'8". Tiny woman. Would not cross her in a dark alley.
Really ugly face.
I think she's actually like a black belt secretly. Would not cross her.
Or use YouTube and search lore videos. You can do that as well, but I think the painting guides in the battle tomes are actually worthy enough. Which reminds me, I'm looking for a Crawl Boys old battle tome. If anyone wants to get rid of one.
Dave B's coming out here saying tea cake. I call it a batch. He's calling it a
It's not a
tea
batch.
cake.
It's a bread roll.
A tea cake's a totally different thing with
You're correct.
raisins in.
You're correct. Yes, it is a totally different thing.
I know it makes no sense, but tea cake.
1B, 1C. Right, so is the only difference is the head and the crotch piece. Okay, so be it. This is just 2 more bits and she's done. I mean, they're fucking easy, aren't they?
I've heard of balm cake. It is an army thing, just like baby's head in a rat pack. That is only an army thing. Asking a civvy canteen and suddenly HR want to talk to you.
I don't know what baby's head is in a rat pack, Stu. To be fair. 30.
Yep, heard of BAP. I've never heard of bread cake, Kazarian.
Yeah, but he's from the north.
Bread cake?
They talk nonsense. They talk absolute nonsense up there. 8.
Alex has said bread bun.
Bread bun?
A bread
Hello,
bun.
Scrivo. How's it going, dude?
Baby's head is a steak and kidney pudding in Wigan. Stotty. Cobb. Yep, heard of Cobb.
Got corns on it.
Would expect you to have heard of it down there on the French border.
You can fuck off.
Ian says, I highly recommend leaving the dragonflies off until both are painted.
That sounds ominous. How easy are they to leave off? Oh, super easy. Why, though, out of interest? These are fucking sexy kits, aren't they? Sylvaneth. Cool elves. Are the generic endless spells on the app? I don't know. I haven't looked. I've only had a look at it today. I haven't delved into it properly yet. I didn't even know there was still generic endless spells, to be honest with you. Endless spells is a kind of a new concept, obviously coming from 40k. I'm sure we'll pick it up there as we continue to play the game. Yes, they are. Chat saying yes, they are. There you go. Ask chat, they'll probably know more than me. Despite the fact that I've had the rules for 6 to 8 weeks.
Cheese possessed, biscuits brown, and darkness. Oh no, that was the other one. And whatever was in that tin marked pate.
You mean the tin of slimy fat that you opened?
I made pate one Christmas. It's really easy, actually. I think I did it with chicken livers. Really easy. Because it's chicken livers, I thought, oh, I'm going to accidentally poison Liam and it'll be all my fault. But no, it was all right. It was really nice. I could have eaten it like yogurt.
Army paint ain't that. It is like...
Can you get your knife through it?
I mean, yeah. But it is like meat nondescript. You peel the tin at the top of the tin off. There's like this thin layer of like slime on the top. Like set slime.
Oh, like gelatin.
Yeah, gelatin's the right word for it, yeah. Which was important. It sounds disgusting, but literally the only part of the fucking paint tin that had any flavour. And yes, chat, I'm calling it paint on purpose because there's no way I am prepared to call that stuff that came in ration packs pate. As a fan of a good pate, there's no way I'm going to call that stuff pate. It wasn't.
I might see if I can get hold of some more chicken livers and do it again.
This is cruel, putting bits of flesh.
I think I made it for Christmas years and years ago. We were in Hadley. I remember that much. So what's that? 10 years ago?
For ease of painting, but you're cool. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Mystery meat from Rich. Surely they have to say what's on the packet in a ration pack. Like, they can't just say, here's a pack of meat.
Darling, this is the British Army. They refer to its soldiers as just a pack of meat. So
here's that cat that's been missing for 6 months. It's meat.
My only negative thing on AoS 4 is the cron spine is still a thing and is now free. It'll be met by everyone and I hate it. Like I hate liver. Liam, don't ever show that shite on the show. I don't know what it is, so we won't. If someone's going to find a broken thing and try and use it, Mike, it'll be Joe.
Joe Fines.
One thing I will say is some of these AoS models are not kind to my fucking giant ham hands. Pretty, though, isn't he? Pretty. He's pretty. He's pretty.
What you need to do then is incentivize Ben to hold the model in place because he's got the smallest hands.
No.
So you could say,
No.
I actually have the teddy from Mr. Bean somewhere in the house. If you can just stand still while I glue this bit together, absolutely still,
You and I both know
you
that would
can
make a
have
difference.
the teddy.
I've nearly done the first one. They're very cool. Very, very, very cool.
On Exercise Reforger 88, I hope I've said that right, Stu, I had an, in quotes, chicken supreme every day for nearly 6 weeks. It wasn't chicken, and it certainly wasn't supreme. What meat looks and almost tastes like chicken? Turkey? Or...
Neighbour's cat.
no, I feel like cat might be a dark meat.
Because of their evil souls.
No!
A little bit. Cats are altogether evil.
Steve says it's the range stew that always got eyebrows raised. Meat and veg. What meat and what veg was anyone's guess? Your Rat Pack stories always make me laugh.
Why?
Because it's so... I think it's one of those stories that you just won't get anywhere else.
When you make an army list on and you choose your magic laws for your army, you should see manifestation laws. Whichever one you pick, you can see the rules for the end of spells there. Yep. Didn't spam the real mystery, mate. Haha. Jack Allen, Hardborn, Vortex Sims, Hissing Cobra. Look at all these grey names, chat. And we're only on 41 gifteds. Get your snipers out.
Carl says, on Omid Haft, I had veg korma for 8 days. I hate curry.
Fucking love me,
The Rat Pack stories that you have, I don't think you could get that kind of camaraderie anywhere else, because I don't think any other employer could probably get away with it.
Rabbit tastes like chicken. It's really good. Rabbit is quite nice. It's a bit leaner though, isn't it?
Oh wow! During the recession of 1930, the French aristocracy... Oh, Kai! He deleted
You
it.
deleted it. He said something about them tasting oily. I saw that.
Yeah.
You can't hide your messages from us, Guy. We've seen it. Too late now. Look at all these people deleting messages.
This is a safe space, chat.
Stop deleting shit.
It's only the internet. No one will say anything.
Do you know what you wouldn't have to delete? Gifted memberships.
I don't think I could eat rabbit.
Never had rabbit.
No,
quite nice.
never. I don't. I think I would really struggle with it because my association of rabbit is cute little cotton-tailed bunnies bobbing all over the place. I couldn't.
But you're okay eating lamb.
Yeah, I know. But I've grown up with lamb. I don't think I'd be able to do rabbit. Oh, he got the date wrong.
Oh, how fucking very dare you.
See, Kai crosses his T's and dots his I's, does Kai. I'll start again. During the recession of 1630, the French aristocracy used to eat cat, and apparently it was a very oily meat.
The hilarious part was no one would have known at all that the date was wrong. Just Kai. Oh, you beautiful humans. There we go. We got over halfway now. Stu Will, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, you beautiful human. Oh, you've already done 5, you legend. Harborn, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. You two are fucking humans. Beautiful humans, and I love you dearly. Sounded wrong when I was like, you two are fucking humans.
I was going to say, I'm not.
I bet they're like, I hope so.
I'm not judging.
All these 10 people that you've just gifted to can now watch the Kyrios saga early. Every time you gift a membership, chat, you're giving someone the opportunity to watch the Kyrios saga early. And that is an absolute fucking treat. Even if I do say so myself. Although, I will add a small caveat out there now, actually. And that small caveat is that we used a new editor for the Kyrios saga. And he did an incredible job.
Ah.
And then said, I really enjoyed doing it, but it's too much work to do alongside my day job and running my own channel.
Oh.
So I'm really sorry. I've done it for you and it's all finished and ready to go. You can use it, but I wouldn't be doing any more. And I was like, fuck. Because he did a great job. That individual is a person who runs a channel called The Command Phase, who's on YouTube, who does incredible content. So despite the fact that he decided that he wasn't going to do any more editing for us, you should go check out The Command Phase because his channel's amazing. He does really good work.
Baltec says, our work canteen gives Army Grub a run for its money. Last week, it was grey mushy peas, stale chips, somehow both soggy and solid as wood, and battered sausage that was mostly gristle.
I could go for a good battered sausage dipped in curry sauce right now.
Yeah.
This health kick is great, but my God, I miss that kind of food.
Do you sort of picture a very specific food? Or do you just crave a food group like sweets?
On occasion, I crave a specific food. When I was walking around the shop earlier, waiting for you and James to finish in the hospital, I instantly, for some reason, randomly, first time in 3 months, craved chocolate. Don't know why.
Cadbury.
Brown sweet stuff. Wouldn't have mattered.
Oh wow.
Don't know why that came from. I resisted, by the way. I didn't eat chocolate.
Yeah, I was doing the food shop and I saw a mum with her 3 boys saying, "Go on then, choose a chocolate bar." And I was like, "Oh wow, I've not actually had that in ages." And I'm not even, yeah, because I bake so much. I don't think the boys getting sweets now is a real treat for them. And if we're out and about, they'll get a Bueno bar because that's their favourite. But they don't really ask for it. I don't really. I've come out of the habit of putting it in the trolley now. And I only go down that aisle because it's part of my route through Morrison's. And genuinely, if I don't go through my route, it really, what's the word? What's the word when you're confused as to where you are?
Disorientated?
Yeah, it disorientates me in my shopping trip. So I still go down aisles that I don't even need anything from.
That's weird.
But it means that I don't forget anything, and then I can defend my 20-minute shopping time record.
Imagine how much you could get down by if you cut out all the aisles you didn't need.
No, because then I'd end up stopping and going, wait, hang on. What was I down there for? What's above in here that I need to get? And then it just starts. I start to ruin my 20-minute time.
John, whilst laughing, says, I ruined your diet whilst I was there. You did, mate. You absolutely did ruin my diet whilst you were here. And you know what? It was the first time my diet's been ruined since I started eating properly and going to the gym again. And there's 2 things to take away from it. Firstly, for you, John, I would do it all again. I don't mind. But secondly, I ate all that shit food that I used to eat loads of, and I didn't feel better. I felt worse. So it's a good reinforcer.
Yeah. I once dated an army chef, and she admitted if there was a curry on the hot plate, it was because they were making something else, got it wrong, or burnt it. So to cover it up, they would curry it.
Sounds fair.
That's some national secrets there, Stu.
I don't think it's much of a secret.
Oh wow, I'm currently doing 23-hour fasts, says Kai.
Oh, fuck that noise.
What? 23 hours?
That can't be good for you.
So are you for that 1 hour just eating like a madman then? Or are you training for something? Are you doing some kind of weird magic trick like that guy that suspended himself in a box So you're training for it.
I mean, we like Kai, and he's pretty impressive, darling, but that was far-fetched, that. Kai, you going to go suspend yourself in a box?
Do you know who I'm on about?
Either David Blaine or Darren Brown.
David Blaine, that's it. He suspended himself in a box, I think. I can't remember how long for. I don't even know what it was for.
Just know a lot, Jack.
Was it an awareness of something or just a magic? Is it magic? Is it even magic?
I reckon I could fast for 23 hours.
Just sleep for 16 of them.
No. I reckon I could do a normal day. Oh, it depends on that fasting, though. I struggle without things like protein shakes, which I guess would be a breaking of the fast.
Yeah.
Because it has nutritional value.
I think you can have...
Water.
Yeah, you can have water, but I think you can have black coffee.
We could just ask Kai, because he's in chat. But... I would struggle without my supplements, I reckon.
I feel amazing. I get about 1,500 calories in on average in that hour. Ooh, that's one hell of a deficit.
Do some learning today. I was taught some stuff. I did a bit of Googling after speaking to Mr. Rambo as well to learn about how many calories a pound of fat is. And I was genuinely fucking gobsmacked.
I don't know if that information would help me put method to the madness, or would it just make me go, God, there's still so much more to go, it's going to be impossible. And then has it helped you knowing how much the calorie is?
Well, I mean,
fat?
I instantly had a smaller portion at lunchtime, so I made a positive choice. I was still perfectly full, but I could have eaten twice the amount. The problem is, as well, I think this is an army issue. I don't know if other people who've been in the forces who are in chat will feel the same. But the problem is, as well, is I eat so fucking fast that by the time I finish my meal, my stomach's barely registered that I've started eating. You know how quick I eat. And so at that point, it means I could logically pack away a second fucking meal before my stomach's registered. Hang on a minute, we're full. Stop.
Yeah.
But the reverse is happening. So either my penis is growing or my belly is shrinking. Either is a win.
Okay, so no matter which one I say, yes, darling, then you're going to be happy.
Either is a win, babe. Neither of those can be classified as negatives.
Okay.
New clan rats are gorgeous. They absolutely are. The whole Skaven type box set is stunning. Exclamation mark gift in chat team. Come on.
You can't actually have black coffee, according to Dr. Rhonda Patrick, as caffeine releases chemicals from your liver using your postprandial pathway. Oh, wow.
I'd like to say wow, but I don't know what half of what you just said means.
I love finding out, like, the science behind it.
Happy AoS hobbying Liam and Fiends. 6 PM pack time AoS live stream tonight on Hobby Collab. Meg, Seer, Soulblood, Maggotkin and Oa functioning train. AoS 4th is great. Hoping you're enjoying it, Liam.
Absolutely fucking loving it, Meg. What time is it? 6 in specific time. So that's what? 2 AM our time. I mean, I can dump an audience, but I don't think they'll be there anymore. Thanks for the 10, Meg. You're a legend. Hope you guys are doing well. I know you got your hands on it this weekend for the first time. I think it's bloody fucking great. Oh, it's bloody fucking great. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. The only thing that annoys me, right, is these little bits here. They're not particularly strong anyway, and I like to clean all the flash off. And My ham hands are likely to break one. We want you there. Well, I'm not gonna fucking be there at 2 o'clock in the morning, Meg. Jesus shit, I'm gonna be in bed at the gym tomorrow. Then I've got an AoS hobby stream at lunchtime with Joe, and I've got an AoS game stream in the evening with Joe. Hobby Collab's also a great name, chat. Sniping time. I think if I went to my nutritionist and said I'm thinking about fasting, I think he'd just drop kick me. He's quite an anti-faster. I'll still be up. Shift ends at 5 AM. Ugh. What are you doing? What's your shift? Are you a lady of the night? Are you a lady of negotiable affection? Evening, Liam. Just seen that there is legend support from the new AoS app on Warcom. Do you think that'll be 40k will follow with legend support? No, I don't, because the 40k team are arseholes. I actually don't think they'll put legends in 40k. So I have a theory, because that got sent to me immediately. The second they saw that there was legends in there for AoS, it got sent to me straight away. I actually don't think there'll be legend support for 40k, and here's my theory. AoS legends are getting 12 months of rule support in match play. So my current expectation, and I'd like to be pleasantly proven wrong for clarity, my current expectation is that the legend support that exists within the app would exist for as long as that unit is legal in match play. I think the second that unit is no longer legal in match play, they'll remove it from the app. That's my theory. I'd like to be wrong, but that's my theory. Lady of Horizontal Refreshment. Since last Thursday, I've painted Dark Angels, 5 Intercessors, 10 Deathwing Knights, 5 Hellblasters, Asian, and working on 10 Infiltrators. Look at you go. These are fiddly little fucks.
Yeah, they do look fiddly. Lost 6 kilograms in 2 weeks. Just eat clean and no snacking in between breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Well done, dude.
Is eating clean where you eat your fruit and veg raw or as close to raw as you can? Because obviously the minute you cook it, some of the goodness comes out.
I don't know.
Ladies of negotiable virtue.
Fiddly little fuckers these. What faction am I most excited for AoS? I'm on a pretty high Sylvaneth hype right now. I have currently avoided looking. So my favourite faction from aesthetic perspective is almost definitely the Lumineth, and currently I've avoided looking at their rules. I saw it, drove it, bought it. Haven't told the missus yet. Good luck, Sam. Good luck, mate.
Has he bought a new car?
He has, yeah.
And he's not told her?
No. I mean, she knew he was looking, right?
Okay.
So, and she had given him previous permission to buy a new car. It's not as bad as I think he's making out.
Right, okay.
Or it is, and Lizzie's about to murder him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm most excited about Lumineth, but I haven't looked at their rules, so I don't get distracted because I've played a bit of Sylvaneth so far and I'm really enjoying it. And they've also been building, from a pure aesthetic perspective, been building these cheeky chaps. You can't really see it on here. You've been building this guy, the Cruel Boys, because the Cruel Boys are cool as shit. And so I'm hoping this weekend, once I've got some of these AoS models built this week, I'm hoping this weekend to have a bit of a priming session in the garage. If I can get them all primed, they are fiddly. They're beautiful, but they are fiddly.
Yeah, it depends. Is it a Lambo?
I think you'll be alright, Sam. I think you'll be fine. I believe in you.
I was watching a film yesterday, and there's this actress, she's really petite, really small, but they had her getting out of this absolutely massive car.
Yeah.
It just didn't look right.
Right.
Do you ever see people in a car and you think, that doesn't match? That's not your car, surely.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I'll tell her tomorrow once she's calmed down from me being an hour and a half late home tonight. So Sam, if you're already an hour and a half late, how did you
into it, mate.
how did you make it through the door without her meeting you at the door and seeing the car?
At this point, I just lean into it, but just tell her now.
Well,
you got two choices, right? She's mad now, and then you let her calm down and you make her mad again, or double mad, go for it. Job's a good one.
Just gonna double down.
That's what I do. Just tell her now. Whilst you're in a pissy, I bought a new car. Job done. I'd like to buy a new car. I'd like to change my car because I like change.
No, that car's good.
But I need to raise a stupid amount of money to get rid of it, unfortunately. So
it's a good car. There's nothing wrong with it. It meets all of our needs. We don't need to change the car. Car's good.
Spoken like a true woman. These are fiddly fuckers, honestly.
I haven't picked it up yet. I'm getting it Sunday. At least it's an estate, so I can sleep in it. He's future-proofed the car.
Smart man. Double mad, way better than mad now, mad later. Exactly. See, Jay knows.
When I was at school, the 5'0" home economics teacher had a Volvo estate, and then the 6'4" CDT teacher drove an MG midget. People are weird.
CDT? Compulsory drugs test.
See, computer design technology?
I have no idea what CDT is. See, the only CDT I ever knew was compulsory drug test.
I think it's computer design technology because you have to use the computer programs to design things. Makes sense in my head. I always thought it was very brave of the teachers to have their cars accessible in the main field so all the students could walk past their cars. Even then I thought, that's brave. Oh, nearly. Craft design and technology.
I mean, it's essentially the same thing, right? Computers and crafts.
No computers in CDT days?
Cooney's old, that's why.
No.
Poor old Chris is like 60. And yeah. I still haven't checked to see if that exercise bike will fit my garage yet. He's offered us a free exercise bike.
Aw.
Yeah.
That'd be handy for on Wednesdays.
Well, we would call it an exercise bike. What they've called it in Cooney's household is a clothes horse.
I see. I see.
Which is why it's been offered up.
Okay. Have you ever seen the YouTube videos of dogs that have figured out the pedals move?
No.
And there's one in particular, I think it's two collies or something similar, and they've both figured out that the pedals move if they push them.
Mad. Both? Did you say both collies?
I think so.
I mean, 2 collies is a fucking troublesome combination immediately, isn't it? Let's be honest.
There's another video of 2 collies playing swing ball. Bloody adorable.
I can arrange your 50th. I mean, I'll come to it, but I'm not arranging it.
I'm not that old. It is an excellent clothes horse. Why are you getting rid of it then? If it's so good, why are you getting rid of
It's
it?
a fucking expensive clothes horse. It'll be fine. She likes Audis and was the one we wanted us to get in the States. So she'll be cool. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I told you you'll be fine. Oh, this one's better because this one's loosed the arrow off already.
It was craft design technology.
If you look at this one, it's loosed the arrow off. Open hand, arrow gone. Good. That means no arrow or model, which means no things that can snap. Building Gossamed Archers, Mr. the Dorcabus. Another grey name, chat. You're being fucking lazy tonight. We're only on 51, right? If someone gives 50, we'll be alright and I'll shut up about it. We've got grey names everywhere, you fucking lazy bastards. Def got to be an RS6. When I went to Audi a number of months ago. They invited me to some VIP event to try and get me to buy a new car. You're not a VIP. You're just one of the people on their mailing list. They call it a VIP event to try and get you to buy a car. And when you turn up, they tell you that we've got all these bonus VIP discounts on just for you. They're not just for you. They're for anyone that shows up that day. It's because they're trying to shift some stock. The one car they had in the showroom that had 0 discount on it was the RS6, the brand spanking new one that was sat on the showroom floor for £108,000.
That's mad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a fucking stunning car, but 108,000. Maybe one day if YouTube continues to be successful, but not based on chat's performance tonight. They don't want us to have nice things, Luce.
I sometimes look at the price of things and I just can't. Even without the cost of living crisis, do they just pluck a number out of thin air and go, yeah, I reckon we could get away with that. We'll put it up for that.
No, Dorcubus, you misunderstand. I'm having a go at chat, not sniping people like you and getting you all green, bringing you into the crazy dysfunctional family. There's a command about it as well.
One of us. One of us.
Yeah, exactly, see?
Hashtag not a cult. Do you at the end of programs? Not a doctor. It should
Not a
be
doctor.
Hashtag not a cult. Yeah,
Absolute
see,
best of Silver F. Yeah, Chris, I agree, mate.
Dan's got it. Cars, they are just metal and rubber.
Yeah, but that's yeah, but
It's £108,000.
you wouldn't understand if you're not a car person. You wouldn't understand, and it's perfectly okay to not be a car person. I'm not suggesting that everyone should be a car person. People will say, "I got my bikes right." People are like, it's just metal and rubber. I'm like, no, it's a motorbike. It's fucking beautiful.
Oh wow, Alex says 108,000. That's more than we paid for our house.
Ugh.
God.
I wish I could get on the housing market nowadays.
I was talking to my dad ages ago about when he first moved in with my mum, and he was saying that the mortgage was £150.
A month?
Yeah. And he was saying that he doesn't think he'll ever hear of a mortgage that low ever again.
My dad said to me not too long ago, you should really get on the housing market. I was like, do you think you'd be able to with the current prices?
Yeah. Go on then. Let's see you do it.
Considering what your full-time employment was, do you think you'd be able to with the current housing prices? Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Just because you got it when it's super cheap.
Well, apparently it's forecast that the generation after us, if it keeps going, they won't ever be able, no matter what job they're in, they won't ever be able to get onto the housing market themselves. They'll have to either house share or pool in resources with, I don't know, family and buy land and build. But then if everyone's doing that, then the price of land goes up because the demand's there.
Yeah. RS6 performance of all the tricks is 150k. Yeah, it is. Yeah. If you put all the add-ons on, all the special extra packs and shit, 150 grand for an Audi estate. But I don't know.
£108,000 for a car.
But like he says, like James says, if you put all the bells and whistles on it, if you pay for all the additional stuff that you can pay for, all the added extras, which no one's going to do, but if you do, it tops out at 150,000 for an estate car.
150.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Oh my god.
Are they still V10s as well? Were they V10s or were they V8s? They might be V8s. The R8 was a V10, wasn't it? I can geek out about cars, by the way. I fucking love cars.
I still like my answer when I was in college. And somebody said, has your boyfriend got a car loose? And I was like, yep. What car's he got? A red one. Because I didn't know anything about cars. You had a red one.
I did have a red one, that's true, yeah.
That's it.
I did have a red one.
How is Leon painting with a knife? Carefully.
If you're clever enough with your knife, you can change the colour of the grey.
House prices just need to crash, to be honest. Look up a £250,000 house in Southampton, then look up a £250,000 house in Scotland. The difference is mind-blowing.
Well, a £250,000 house in Southampton to start with is a shed.
Yeah.
You get yourself a shed.
Has it got internet? We'll be alright.
I mean, to some extent, if we stop doing games, we can do this job anywhere in the world. Like, I'd happily just, like, move to Finland. You'd love it. It's full of snow and cold weather and dark winters.
Interesting.
But Finland also, I think, in Europe has the cleanest air and the cleanest water.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I wonder if they have rules on cars and stuff then.
I don't know why they have it. I just know that they have supposedly the cleanest air, cleanest water. There you go. Get my words out. Eventually. Wee Man, you fucking dancer. Right, Wee Man started the gifted train chat. If we can keep it going till we hit 100, I'd be grateful. Wee Man, thank you for the 5 gifted. The train has just left the station. Currently, there is no momentum.
Try the house prices in Cambridge. Yeesh! A friend moved to Lincoln and bought a mansion for less than a 3-bed here. Is here Southampton?
I assume so.
Yeah. Kai says we're looking at a 400.
No, here must be Cambridge. A friend moved to Lincoln and bought a fucking mansion for less than 3 times a bed, 3 bed here, yeah. Sorry.
Cambridge?
Cambridge is expensive, yeah. University town, isn't it?
Oh, okay. We're looking at a 450,000 price properties in Devon and Hampshire. It doesn't go far.
I mean, that probably doesn't buy you the house we currently rent. Christopher Sanford, the train had 1 extra piece of coal put in it. Thank you for the 1 gifted. Alakman, thank you for the 1 gifted. 2 bits of coal.
Choo choo.
Look at house prices in Ireland. Are we going to move to Ireland, Sam? I'd be up for that.
Considering our country's not really that big, why is there such a difference in house prices?
It's grim up north, isn't it? There's such a difference in lots of things, though. The weather, the silly accents.
I love the regional accents. I just stare at people. Whenever I go on my little weeks away, I've had to say to myself, don't stare at the receptionist because she sounds local. Don't stare at her. I love the accent.
She's a nightmare for it. All right, we've had 2 more bits of coal go in the train. We are, however, up to 58. Thank you so much, people. You're amazing.
Finland has clean air and water because we're in the middle of nowhere and there's very few people. Sure, pollution, etc. is also regulated. There's very few people, you say?
I mean, you're singing to Lise right now.
I know.
Do most of you in Finland speak English?
But there's very few people.
I would absolutely be prepared to slowly but surely learn the language that you speak, which I assume is Finnish. But I wouldn't be able to do it straight away. So if you speak English, we're just going to move over there. I'll give Joe the keys to the studio. If I can get Joe and Bron playing a game, then it never ends, so...
Wee Man's just finished watching Imitation Game. Me and James watched that the other week. Great film. So sad at the end, but great film.
I'll take your word for it.
You've never seen it?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, great film.
This is me and films you're talking about.
It's about
Is it Lord of the Rings?
No,
I might not
no,
have seen it. Cooney,
it's-
thanks for 5 gifted, dude. What a fucking legend. Love you, Chris.
it's about the Enigma machines. So it's war-ish.
What it isn't good for. I can't hear that song ever without thinking of Jackie Chan singing it in Rush Hour. Is it Rush Hour?
Never seen Rush Hour.
Thank you so much, Cooney. We're up to 63, chat. 37 to go. I don't think we're going to make it. Only 14 minutes left. We're not going to make it.
I think the saddest film I've ever seen was Atonement. And the book is supposed to be heart-wrenching, even more so.
Atonement.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I've seen that either.
No, you definitely... It's kind of chick flicky, so... Look at the south of France. You can buy a Norman castle converted with some acreage and a trout stream running through it for 850,000 euros. How? Because there's no jobs and no industry.
Yeah, but there's a downside to that as well. The biggest, in fact, downside of being in France. Sort of French people, innit?
Yeah, it would be in France.
Yeah.
But think of the cheese. Think of the cheese.
I mean, the
Liam.
cheese is good, especially the French sticks and cheese. It is good. Does it, however, solve the problem of it being for the French people? I ask you.
Have you seen Green Mile?
Morty Hammer, thank you for that. Yes, I've seen Green Mile. Tom Hanks.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a good one.
Thank you for the 1 gifted Morty Hammer. Another person put another piece of coal in the fire.
Choo choo.
Choo choo, motherfuckers. You need to whine. Wee. You do that enough, don't you? Wee. But you can keep them out of your castle. Filthy English pig dog. I laugh at you.
Bibliothèque.
I mean, I was quoting Monty Python, but we can just blurt out random French words we know if you would like. If
I'm
you'd
just
rather, Liz.
copying Joe.
La bibliothèque.
You can get by with English easily near the biggest cities. Old people in small villages may not really talk much English. Finding work in many fields may require Finnish or Swedish.
Well, you find work. I do YouTuber.
So as I'm a housewife, I'm fine because I just talk to myself and the kitchen wall. I'll be fine.
Look, chat. Dorcabus is still a grey name. You can snipe him. I believe in you. I reckon if we get to 100, he'll get one of them. I'm just throwing that out there.
We tried to, I think we had to watch Jojo Rabbit a couple of times, Dave, because...
I never finished it. I didn't like it.
The shoes bit, I agree with Dave. Seeing her shoes was sad. But then it was so when he puts the jacket on the kid and then shouts at him, that was sad, but lovely.
These things are fucking stunning. They're fiddly as shit, but stunning. Just made a fucking right cock up there as well.
Is that your last one?
Maybe. Why? I'm gonna roll at the moment. Why?
Just because there's no more bits on your table.
Yeah, but there's five people in this squad.
Oh, okay.
Fucking stunning. If you're a mainly 40k person, you've got to be slightly jealous of the Age of Sigmar model range. Even slightly. Look at that Larry bitch. I'm actually looking forward to painting these.
Land Before Time. Have you seen that one?
Dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't seen it, no.
Secret of Nymph or Neve.
I haven't seen Land Before Time. I haven't seen Secret of Nymphs.
Watership Down.
No.
Oh, Balteki can't help you there. Carl always finds Forrest Gump sad. Am I about to stray into some convoluted joke here, Carl, if I ask?
Is that because Jenny's a bitch?
Mikey's jealous. The models you see in the AoS range are crazy good.
Yeah, that's so good. You can dislike the system and not want to play the game and still be like, yeah, but the models are fucking incredible. In 5 years' time, I should be mortgage free for a 2-bedroom mid-terrace that I share with my dog. I hope he's paying fucking rent. I hope he's not getting it for free, Stu, because that's it. There'll be a divorce. He'll take half the house.
Hi, your comment's disappearing.
Which ones?
I can't.
They're not being deleted.
No.
It would show me if they were being removed by someone. They're not being removed.
I'm trying to think of the saddest film I've ever seen.
Bambi.
No, Atonement. I think it might be Atonement.
Marley and Me.
Only because the dog dies. It's not without the dog. It's just another sort of okay film. Any film where the dog dies, I can't do it. No.
She's not lying.
Jason, will I get banned for saying I'm currently doing a scale model Harrier? No.
Why would you? Look, with the shit that I say, you've got to work fucking hard to get banned on this channel, mate. I'll be honest with you.
Ooh, saddest song. I don't think I have one. Saddest song. No, I don't think I have one. Watch A Monster Calls. Great film. Very, very sad though.
Why would we want to watch sad films? Who wants to watch sad films?
Are you joking? It is so good to have a good cry at a film. Get it all out. Any kind of tears you've been holding in at work because you can't cry at your boss, put on a sad film, let it all out.
The problem is
let it all out.
I am the boss.
Well, I cry at you all the time, so...
I know.
You can't cry at your boss.
Luke, what are you crying for? Because it's Tuesday. At least it's Monday.
Oh, Philadelphia. Oh, great film.
Oh, not the cheese.
Oh, have you ever seen Philadelphia?
No, I've only been to California and Arizona.
That's a great film. Really good. Tom Hanks does such a good job. I'm not even sure there's a part he can't play. There was, so chat mentioned a Robin Williams film in the garage. It was one of the last streams you did, and I'd never seen it, and I watched it. What a sad film! It's where his wife is depressed, and he has to, like, she's kind of.
Why are we talking about sad films?
Oh, sad films are so good. They're so good. You need to watch a sad film. Let it all out. I'm hoping chat will know what I'm on about. And it's where his wife gets depressed. I think the kids died or something, and then she makes the house, and there's spiders everywhere.
I think this is part of my problem. I'm not a huge film buff anyway. So for me to be interested in watching a film, there needs to be something about it that I'm interested in. If I say to people, what sort of film should I watch? Oh, you can watch such and such a film. Cool, what's it about? Oh, it's a really sad film. I'm not interested. Next. If I'm literally gonna force myself to sit down from like 90 minutes to 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you want to feel good.
Right. I want a film where I'll come out going, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
I want to do that. What a waste. I can do that anyway.
No, you
don't need a film
don't.
for that.
You don't. You need to. I reckon there's a few tears in, and you can't keep them in. You gotta let them out.
I mean, I can.
No, you gotta let them out. Boys cry all the time. Let them out.
Boys might.
What dreams may come. That's it. What dreams may come. I'd never seen it before. What a heart-wrenching film. I tried to watch Dead Poet Society. I think trouble is the really old ones. I think I've really got to be in the mood for it because it's. I kind of get lost in like the datedness of it. Okay, saddest song, The Winner Takes It All by ABBA from Christopher.
Why is that sad?
Yeah, I always thought I think of it now. The lyrics are sad, but
Is YouTube chat broken?
no.
I literally have it on all chat. So if your message is disappearing, just try super chatting it.
Fellowship of the Ring, saddest film.
We are currently on £29 in super chats, team. And 2 minutes before we were due to end, but I'm gonna at least make this one first. I might make all 5 of the base models first. Appreciate the call out, but no worries.
Fellowship of the Ring, saddest film. Boromir, dying gets me every time.
Warhammer dying is sad. Luce wouldn't know. She refuses to watch the classic Lord of the Rings.
4 hours.
No. They're all different lengths to start with. It's not like 4 hours. Actually, it might be like 4 hours. I've got the extended edition.
Thanks, Liam. Love listening to the streams at work. I've got 2,300 points of Seraphon ready for my first AoS game. I'm building a Psyarch.
Ostiarch Bone Reapers.
Okay, good.
Seraphon's a fucking great range. Have you played it at all yet? Lovely. It's my first AoS game. Okay, cool. You'll have fun. I don't know much about Seraphon, so I can't really comment on whether they'll specifically be fun, but the actual game mechanics themselves, I really like it.
Christopher Sanford, Police Station. Totally agree. Saddest moment in a film, open sequence of Up. Oh! Disney gets you. I don't think there's a single Disney film where someone or something doesn't die.
Yeah, evil, aren't they, Disney? Evil.
Okay, most uplifting film, says Kai. God.
Doing well here, babe.
I know.
Have you got a film that you go to when you want to feel good? Because if the answer to that is no, then you probably are unqualified to answer this question.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I think I'm more in the mood for actors because, you know, they get typecast a little bit. So, for example, if I put on a Tom Hanks, I know I'm going to love it because he's so good. And it's almost like when you sit down for your 90 minutes, I need a kind of a guarantee that this won't be a wasted 90 minutes. I want to enjoy what I'm going to watch. So if I watch that actor, I know they'll be good.
I mean, I don't feel like I offer that same level of guarantee. I'd have to pretend that I do, but I don't think I do.
Gladiator! Have you seen Gladiator?
No.
Oh! Miracle on 34th Street. The original or the remake? Have you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
No.
Oh my God!
I mean, we can play this game for a lot of the night. I'd only have to record mostly a single answer.
Oh, I saw The Father with Anthony Hopkins. That's very good. Oh, I asked it and he pulls through. Another uplifting one is Legend of Bagger Vance. Have you seen that one?
Nope.
I reckon your dad's seen that one. It's about golf. Is it about golf though? Most uplifting film, Inception. Reminds me this could all be a dream and I could wake up any time. I think a lot of us are hanging on. Elf is good. Yeah, I was thinking of Elf with Will Ferrell. I like him in Daddy's Home.
I don't grumpage. I absolutely do not watch reruns of my own streams. I often think my own content is absolutely terrible. And I all think you're all lunatics for watching and donating. I mean, I'm incredibly grateful for you lunatics, but I think you're lunatics.
The trouble is watching films with Liam, because you like war stuff. And the trouble is that the second it's not historically correct, or the helicopter doesn't do that in real life, or that gun doesn't do that in real life, we get an impromptu history lesson. So it's very difficult to watch things with Liam. It has to be something that he has no life experience in at all. Otherwise,
Right,
we have somehow signed ourselves up to a 3-hour lecture.
I
And
have
there's
repeatedly,
no
I have repeatedly offered for you to watch Lord of the Rings, right? Like, that can't be historically accurate. So you'd have a great time.
No,
and
I
you keep
wouldn't.
saying no.
No, I wouldn't. What's Liam's top war film then? Well, Dunkirk,
This shit.
because the plane glides for too long.
Yeah, correct.
You liked 1917,
1917 was alright.
although I have an issue with how come nobody
of shit
heard the
moments
plane
there.
crash the other side of the cottage when half of it was missing anyway.
The thing is, my favourite war content isn't even a film, it's Band of Brothers.
Yeah, that's great. And then we watched Masters of the Air, also great.
I like the opening scene from Saving Private Ryan before the film then becomes dog shit. The opening scene's good.
There's an amazing scene in Atonement where James McAvoy and his 2 comrades walk onto the beach for Dunkirk, and it pans out and you just see how many soldiers there are, and there's horses, and there's it's so it is so sad.
I like most of Fury until they do some of the stupid shit they do in Fury. Like deflect tank rounds with logs. Ugh. Dam Busters is good. Good film.
Apollo 13. I was thinking of that the other day, Boltec.
Not really a war film though. Battle of Britain's decent. Great Escape. See both of them.
I've never seen those.
Realistic war films Liam's fave. Where Eagles Dare.
I mean, it's not 36 gifted memberships, but thanks.
Sir Galahad says, Saving Private Ryan is a chapter from the Band of Brothers book.
I mean, I don't really read books. I liked Black Hawk Down.
Nope, not seen that one.
Black Hawk Down's good. We've almost built the four archers with no wings team. 36 members to go. Can we kick the week off with, at the very least, hitting the membership goal? There's 109 people in chat. If a third of you gift one, we'll there or thereabouts get there. Great way to start the third week of July. Ready for AoS Day tomorrow with Joe.
You don't really read, do you?
No. I don't really have time to do the things I want to do. So let alone doing something I don't want to do, like read.
Yes, you do. You have little pockets of time.
Yeah, but that's not where I could I can't be a person who'll pick up a book, read 2 pages and put it down again. I can't do that. I have to read a whole chapter minimum. And I'm not when it comes to books, like when it comes to like fiction, I'm not a person who can read fiction quickly. So if I'm reading a codex or some rules, I can read it really, really fast. I can't read fiction quickly. And what happens if I start to read fiction quickly because I'm getting a bit bored or whatever, I then read 2 pages and I'm like, I have no idea what's just happened.
Yeah, I struggle with fiction because I know it didn't happen. So I thought I hated reading. Turned out I wasn't reading the right things.
Ironically, if I get someone like Toby Longworth to read it to me on Audible, I can listen to 20 minutes and that'll be fine. So it's specifically about me reading it that's the problem.
Mm.
I tried the membership, at least no one listened to me.
Well, it is Hobby Street.
Yeah, but... I feel like Monday sets the tone for the week.
No, it doesn't.
It does. And I either go, cool, it's going to be a good week, or I'm like, I'm dreading this week now. So positive. I tidied my hobby area.
It's a very pretty wall.
Thank you. It only took 4 hours for you to say it. The TV show does it justice. That's good to know.
As a fellow person with ADHD, I completely agree with what Liam says. I can't hobby or read unless I know I'm giving it the time it needs.
ADHD is one of the reasons why I struggle to do any task that I don't want to do. Because I will find an excuse to do something that I do want to do. Colin, thank you for the one. Colin, what a legend out there warming up that train again. Thank you for the 1 gifted, Colin. Fucking dancer. Stu, you've already gifted 10, mate. You're alright. You're out of the woods there. But thank you for the 1 anyway. You're a legend. I still like you before that because you'd already done 10. Thanks, Stu. Thank you for the 1 gifted, man. We're up to execute order 66. Yeah, I think now I have learned a lot more about me. ADHD is definitely the reason why I struggle to sit and read books. It's also a concern where if I really got it, Mark Sanders, thank you for the one gifted. If I really got into a book, the concern then is the hyper focus kicks in.
Yeah.
It's a real weapon if you can use it at the right points to get something done to a really high level or a good standard, or really dedicate your time to something. Brian, thank you for the one gifted membership, man. It's amazing in that regards as a bit of a weapon, but on the flip side, it can be a real hindrance around things you don't want to do, or they don't pique your interest and don't hold you in. And you can find it very easy to go, oh, I just wasn't thinking about it. I'll just do this. And really, what you're doing is you're going, I don't want to do this thing. So I'm going to find something else to do.
The only book I've genuinely lost hours to reading was the one that was originally for you, and you didn't get round to reading it, / you were never going to get round to reading it because it's not really your thing.
Good Cop, Bad War.
I love it. And it's not, I didn't think at all it would be my thing. I don't know why I wound up reading it, but I lost hours to it. Such a good book.
Brian says start a new job on the 25th. Congrats, man. Good luck. Are you allowed to tell us what the new? Do you want to tell us what the new job is? I always find new job days both incredibly exciting and utterly terrifying at the same time.
I find them annoying.
I heard from my old I didn't tell you this. I'll tell you live on air. I heard from my previous workplace today.
Oh, right. Trying to poach you?
There's this job coming up.
I see.
Oh, is there?
I hate new work days because I'm excited that it's a new adventure, but I hate not being able to be a number on the rota. I hate being the appendage of, well, you don't really know what you're doing yet, so I can't leave you alone yet. I hate it. I just want to be of use and I want to contribute. And I appreciate that takes time to know the rhythm of the care home and how that works and who everyone is. And I would never dream of just steamrolling into someone's personal care, but I think when you've already done it and you've come from one care home, so you understand sort of like the T's and C's of everything, it's just so frustrating.
But from a management perspective as well,
yeah, I know.
You might even have a certificate, but they need to know, even just from a legal point of view, they need to know that you know what you're doing before they let you loose.
Yeah. But then when they can be like, right, off you go. Yes, finally!
Yeah. Before they allow you to freely start cupping the 80-year-old's bollocks, they need to make sure you know what you're doing with them. The Pacific is a must-watch. I can't get into it. Read books while on the exercise bike. I can't. No.
Ooh!
Now I'll put audiobooks in.
Do you like to double job it?
Yeah, I'll put an audiobook on. I need to see if I can fit that exercise bike in the garage with the other bikes in there. If not, I don't know where else I'd put it, and you won't let me put it anywhere else. Would you use an exercise bike?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I probably would, but not for the point of being on it for an hour to burn some calories off. I'd probably do it for have you ever felt like
the world's a lie?
Have you ever felt jittery, like you need to just, you can't focus, you've got too much energy, a bit like when you get restless legs. I need to just go and do the thing that stops this happening. So I'd probably use the exercise bike as I can't focus, so I need to get the blood pumping and then in a way sort of saturate my brain, and then I will come down off the ceiling.
No.
Okay, just me then. All right. I'm so lucky. You never make me feel alone in this partnership. I'm so lucky to have you.
Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm not saying it's weird or strange. I'm just saying I'd never really experienced it. So it would be disingenuous of me to be like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, oh, I understand. So I'm like, I don't understand. Explain it to me. Help me understand so that... You know me, I'm not a fan of people that tell fibs. We got up to 68, chat. The rallying call that I put out, the inspirational speech.
We need another speech.
Akin of fucking King Theoden before the cavalry charge, and we managed a total of 4. If there ever I needed evidence that I would definitely be able to lead people into battle, that was it. Thank you to the 4, by the way. Thank you, Colin, Stu, Marsander, and Brian. You gave me a King Theoden before the curse was lifted. These models are fucking stunning. Easton, thank you for 1 gifted. Thank you, Easton. Fucking legend. I was ready to lead the charge in the Battle of Bastion and Carl, I'll be honest. We were in temp accommodation waiting to fly home, and I was like, these fucking bastards. 10th Tree, thank you for the 1 gifted. I'll be honest with you, to get to the 100, it takes a long time if you all keep gifting 1. We, however, now have 30 to go.
A little wet nose sneaking through the arm of my chair.
I'm sorry. I didn't realise it could reach.
I think she needs to go out of doors. Oh no, she's laid down. Alright.
At her age now, that means nothing. That might literally be what she's doing to try and have a shit.
No, she's down, look.
I know. Thank you so much, yes, and thank you so much, 10th Tree, for the 1 each. We're on 70 now, chat. 70 now. 3 people dropping 10. We're good. I've almost finished this squad as well, with the exception of the jump packs. The jump packs are probably going to wait for another day. I might cut them out in the morning whilst I'm having breakfast before I go.
I once asked an EOD bomb tech how stressful the job is. It's not. I'm either right or it isn't my problem anymore.
Fair.
Yeah. That's probably one of those mindsets that's probably like the only one that's...
I'm unaware, however, because it's Stu, as to whether this is in fact true or it's one of his jokes.
Yeah, it is a gamble you take when you befriend a stew.
Eb, thank you for the 1. Helping pay for us to emigrate to Finland.
I'm not sure I'm going to do very well at learning Finnish or Swedish.
You just have to bounce your words, don't you? I've seen the people that are like Scandinavian on Family Guy.
Is this the same as the Italian on Family Guy?
No.
Christopher Gray says, I'm dyslexic in reading and writing, but watching your channel episodes cheers me up daily and helps me in my creative and kit-bashing hobby. Plus, I enjoy Lucy's facts. Sweet. Well, I mean, don't quote them because that I'm not sure how many of them would actually get you in a pub quiz.
Amazing, Chris. Thanks, dude. I'm glad it helps. Don't forget, if you are a Skull Tier member, or you become a Skull Tier member, you can currently watch the Kirioth podcast. Is really good, actually. I warn you, it's a 3-hour saga. And there's some pretty important and serious issues talked about. Gossamer archers are stunning.
I thought of a really good name for my bakery.
You can open a bakery?
Yeah.
Well, at this rate, you're going to fucking need to. So go on, what's your name?
Luce's yeast problem.
Doubly factual.
It's come from, there was an advert on telly that was, I think it was talking about something like the Yellow Pages, but it was online. And it had all these really clever names. A hairdresser's called Curl Up and Dye. A hedge trimmer called Rough Around the Edges. There was loads of really funny company names. And I thought I could go on there and I could beat Luce's yeast problem.
Premium content.
Premium.
You take yourself a little brush. Ah. Exclamation mark beard.
I always think the bottom of your logo on your mat you've like picked it off in boredom.
This bit here?
Yeah.
No, that's the design.
Do you like that?
No.
Yeah.
But I didn't design this. They sent this to me as a prototype, and I was like, it's cool, but I don't like the fact that my Great Hall is the great.
Yeah.
I could say the Great Pill, for all we know. Or the Great Hill.
The Great Hill.
Yeah, the Great Hills, look. They're in here. They're behind.
Yeah. Currahee.
Yeah. So, we have built them. We started off with... Where's Ladybeard? The old Championi. Oh, with a little headband on. What a nice little champion there. Nice little dynamic arrow firing pose. We also built this one who's drawing. We have another one who's drawing. Very worried about these breaking. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. Very, very pretty.
How are you going to get them to the studio?
Carefully. We've got her who's not drawing. She's loosed. And then we have this one who is pulling an arrow out of her pouch right now. Then right at the end there. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, isn't it, chat? He's gorgeous. Hi, Andy. How's it going? 5 membership late fee. Lucy's Baps.
No, see that one, like, there's so many bakeries called, like, Susan's Baps or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not Susan's Baps. It's Lucy's Baps.
No, there's too many of those already. There's too many Baps.
Too many Baps.
Too many Baps.
Men everywhere would disagree.
And some women.
And probably some women, yeah. Right, you fuckers. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. You're amazing. It is currently 23 minutes past, but I wanted to get the 5 ladies done. I say ladies. I don't know if they're male, female, or asexual, these things. I have still got the wings to build, but I'm also tired. I've got to get up in the morning for Das Gym, right? So I've got to put these little bits together tomorrow at some point, or perhaps Wednesday morning. And I'll see whether I'm going to glue them on or whether I'm going to leave them off for painting purposes. But thank you so much for hanging out with us, you incredible human beings. We love you. You're amazing. Tomorrow, well, for the whole week, actually, we've got a full schedule. So tomorrow at 1:30 is the Liam and Joe show, the Liam and Joe AoS show specifically. 7:30, we've got another live game of 4th edition Age of Sigmar. Wednesday at 7:30 in the evening is the Warhammer show. Thursday is the Liam and Joe show at 1:30 for 40k. And Thursday evening, we return with another live game of 40k. And on Friday at 8:30 is 40k After Dark. Full content all week.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you have the Kirioth Saga for all of you Skull Tier members to watch throughout this week. On Saturday, however, if you don't have a Skull Tier membership, it will go out to the general public and they'll be able to watch it. So get it in before they do. Excuse me. You get 5 days early access. Don't snuck up on me. You get 5 days early access right now for being a Skull Tier member, right? There's no loose fact tonight either for 2 reasons. 1, it's a Monday. We never do one on Monday. 2, you don't fucking deserve it.
Well, that's not true. They always deserve it. It's just Monday is my fact day off.
Yeah, you do deserve it. Let me put it this way. Armholio has just added 25% upwards of the Super Chat revenue. 25% with 1. It will come through. She does this all the time as well. Amy gets to the point where she's like, I know he wants to go now. Fucking, I'm going to make him wait.
I will talk when I want to talk.
Is there Spearhead planned? Yeah. We want to do a bunch of Spearhead filming in a single day, though, because it's like an hour to play it. So we might as well set up some cameras on a Monday once I've built the filming setup. Film like 4 or 5 in one go. Edit them all and then drip feed them out as pre-recorded content. I don't think we'll do them as a stream. I don't know if they'll work as well as a stream. Maybe they will. I don't know. So possibly. Adam, the only thing I can say is possibly soon, but I don't know how soon. But yes, we do intend to bring Spearhead. Come on, Amy, you fucking lazy bitch.
She's clocked out. You don't pay her past 9. She's gone.
Started listening to the Kira's chat earlier. It got me through the afternoon and work. Oh, thanks, dude. I think it's a good chat, actually. I think it's a really good chat. We've got it next Tuesday, not tomorrow, but next Tuesday. We've also got Mikey from Hellstorm Board Gaming in the chat as well, in the studio for a saga. So next Tuesday there'll be no Limit AoS show because Mikey will be here, and then Tuesday night we can show him what a real fucking audience looks like.
Leave Mikey.
Hey Liam, a question for you. I am editing a video for YouTube. How do you get over hating your own voice? I have a face for radio and a voice for sign language and burps.
How do you get over hating your own voice? You don't. You just kind of get used to it. And I'm more often than not, when I edit, Luce will tell you, I edit on speakers rather than headphones because I really hate headphones for listening to my own voice. I have the volume turned quite far down. I don't like it. I've been doing YouTube. One of the beautiful things about doing live content is you don't have to listen to yourself back. You don't have to edit it. So because I don't have to edit it, I don't have to listen to my own fucking voice because it's awful. Well, this is the funny thing. I had this conversation with Adrian recently. We talked about this on stream, actually. I think my voice is awful. I'm like, oh, shorts sound so much better when they're read by Adrian in California. And he's like, no, they sound terrible when I read them. They sound so much better when they're read by an Englishman. I'm like, no. And then we had this back and forth constantly about which is better.
Is it because traditionally English accents in America is like a villainous?
I don't know.
James
I think you just typically hate the way you sound yourself, and when you hear the other accent, it's normally a little more pleasing on the ear, I guess, because it's not something that you're particularly used to.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. The shitty answer for your yellow super chat, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Is I don't think you ever do kind of get used to it. Which isn't a great answer, but I don't think there's a magic recipe. I think you just have to kind of grizz it and get on with it. And I think that realistically, it absolutely shouldn't be the thing that stops you from progressing with the content either. You don't get over it. You always sound awful. Anybody who leaves a voicemail message on an answer phone and then they turn up and someone plays it for them, they'll be like, oh, I don't like the way I sound. No one really likes the way they sound. Although I have met some people that do like the sound of their own voice, but typically most people don't like the way they sound. So terrible answer, I know. But after 7.5 years of YouTube, I have got used to it. That doesn't mean I like it. There's a difference, right? Anyway, right, as I was saying, we're going to go now. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We've done half an hour over, but I wanted to get them 5 Gossiping Archers to that stage. I'll get the wings on some point this week. You people have been incredible for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much. You are amazing. Don't forget all this content coming up this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Monday. Anything you want to say, Luce, before we go?
Nope.
Nope. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.